Shalom, shalom. This is Kapadia, a.k.a. Pops, out of GMS Chicago, with another sit-down. Before I get started, though, like always, I want to send all praises, honor, and glory out to Yahawah, Bahashem, Yahawah Shai, Bahashem, Kakodash, to the apostles and elders of GMS out of New York, elder bishops out of Connecticut, apostle down there in Texas. I want to send double honors because they do well. For the brethren around the world pushing this truth uncut, unfiltered, give you the good, the bad, and the ugly of the scriptures, correctly breaking down the prophecies and the interaction with the people on the planet. I want to send, declaring warning, I want to send salutations. For the hopeful elect, I hope this is edifying. For the aquaf, the few and the true that's listening, sincere, and chair to keep doing so. But for the scorn, scoff, and reprobate 2/3 Israelites and 17 other nations who are in the midst of Jacob's trouble, it is going to get a whole lot worse. Anyway, you see this. Pakistan flood death tolls near 1,500. Over 90,000 dead. I can't. It almost look like diarrhea, but diarrhea cases post floods. Okay, this was like 9 hours ago. Okay, so now, we stand out there on the thing. We stand out there on our watch, telling you what we see, telling you what the Lord said He's going to do, putting news reports in here that backs up what the Lord said He's going to do, which proves that the word is true and that it's not going to come back void. Okay, so He said He's going to bring pestilence. First, He told Israel that He was going to bring pestilence to them, and then He said He was going to transfer it. This is pestilence. Pestilence brings disease and death. So let's let this run, and then I'm going to come back and put them couple scriptures on it. Like I said, this is pretty much a one and done, as my elder Bar like to say. Because of the fact that all I'm doing right here is showing you what the scripture is actually saying, and then showing you what it looks like in real time. So let's let this play.
Pakistan is scrambling to deliver aid and save lives as the death toll from record-breaking floods keeps rising. Health officials say scores of cases of dengue have also been reported from flood-affected areas.
It's a double whammy for Pakistan. After being hit by floods, the country is now reporting an outbreak of waterborne diseases. Over 90,000 diarrhea cases were reported from one of the worst flood-hit provinces, Sindh, on the 1st of September. According to the head of government-run Khairpur Hospital, many of the children being admitted are in critical condition.
We are receiving sick children in a critical condition, suffering from dehydration and high-grade fever, because they are reaching here via broken roads and flood waters in the area. There is a lack of transportation. After all this, once these children arrive here, they are already in critical conditions. We are also receiving dead children here.
There are fears of mosquito-borne dengue fever due to the stagnant floodwaters. The monsoon rains have swept away entire villages, bridges and roads, leaving hundreds of thousands homeless. Nearly 1,500 people have died so far due to the floods. At one point, a third of the country's territory was inundated. With winter just weeks away, 500,000 people are living in camps after being displaced by the flood, which destroyed 1.7 million homes. So far, the government's priority has been to deliver food, tents, and cash to the victims. Now they are planning measures to reduce the risk of waterborne diseases like dengue fever.
Yes, there are issues like gastro, diarrhea, and dengue. We have already started using anti-dengue spray across the province, and we are taking serious action against those who are not doing their duty. We transferred 2 crore rupees to each district for the equipment to be used on anti-dengue spray.
The UN Children's Agency said over 3 million children are in need of humanitarian assistance and stand at heightened risk of diseases, drowning, and malnutrition due to the most severe flooding in the nation's recent history.
The government is only giving us cooked rice. My children are sick with fever and a cough. We are staying here in this makeshift shelter. We need food.
Initially, Pakistan estimated that the floods caused $10 billion in damages, but authorities are now saying the damages are far greater. The devastation has forced the United Nations to urge the international community to send more help. So far, UN agencies in various countries, including the United States, have sent about 90 plane loads of aid. Bureau Report, We Are World is One.
There it is in a nutshell. There it is in a nutshell. We stood out there not too long ago, just a couple weeks ago, and told you how this pestilence was going to be spreading. So let's go get a couple scriptures. Matter of fact, I don't even want to go get that. I don't even want to get the scripture that I had got keyed up. I want to get a different scripture. Why? Because it makes this scripture now become even more so. Let me go here. Like this scripture. This is Ezekiel 12:22. No, I'm started 21. And the word of Yahawah came unto me, saying, Son of man, what is that proverb that ye have in the land of Israel? And Israel is a people before its place. So among the Israelites, whether it be northern or southern kingdom, so the so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American, and those people that stem from them, or the 12 sons of Jacob, I should say, whose name was changed to Yahawah, Prince of Power. They living in these kind of conditions. They're dealing with these kind of conditions. So it says, Son of man, what is that proverb that ye have in the land of Israel, saying the days are prolonged? This is 22, verse 22. The days are prolonged and every vision faileth. Okay, so where's the people at that's talking about that I done said what I've said I'm gonna do and it's not happening? Okay, y'all been saying that forever, that the Lord go do this and the Lord go do that. Okay, Yahawah gonna do this, Yahawah gonna do that. Y'all know him as God and Lord, as opposed to his real, his absolute name, which is Yahawah, which is he exists, and his son Yahawah, which he saves. Okay, which is the name of the Father and the Son. Okay. Verse 23, tell them therefore thus says the Lord, power. I will make this proverb to cease. I mean, you ain't gonna be able to say this no more. And they shall no more use it in a proverb in Israel. But say unto them, the days are at hand and the effect of every vision. Tell them right now that what I've been saying that was going to happen from the past is now in the present. It's happening right now. You ain't gonna be able to use it no more. You ain't gonna be able to say that no more. Okay. 24, for there shall be no more any vain vision nor flattering divination within the house of Israel. You ain't gonna be able to put this off and say that that's going to happen down the road somewhere. No, this is happening now. And who is he going to use to say it? He revealeth his secrets to who? His servants, the prophets. So now let's go and get that. Let me go and get this scripture here. Let's go to Deuteronomy, 28th chapter. Let me come in here. I think I got it highlighted somewhere. There you go. Yep, 28:21. So Deuteronomy 28:21. Yahawah shall make the pestilence cleave unto thee. So he was telling the Israelites that he gonna make this pestilence, this death, all this other kind of stuff, these diseases cling unto them until he have consumed them consume thee from off the land whither thou goest to possess it. Okay? I'm gonna kill you off with diseases and whatnot. I'm not gonna kill you as a people, but I'm gonna kill you off. Okay? That's what he told Israel, his own people. But he also said this. Let's go over to 30:7 now. He said, and Yahawah thy power will put all these curses upon thy enemies and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee. So now these 17 other nations that didn't want to be bothered with the so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American, they got these curses and all this pestilence and everything starting to fall on them. All that waterborne diarrhea and pestilence, dingy, and all this other kind of shit that brought the death toll up to 1,500 with 90,000 cases of diarrhea. 90,000 cases. When you start talking about 90,000 anything, you start to look at biblical numbers. When David messed up and threw himself on the mercy of the Lord, and the angel took out 70,000 men of Israel. Okay? So when you start dropping 90,000 numbers or 70,000 numbers in one move, guess what? You're looking at biblical numbers. Okay? And when you start looking at death in that number, you're definitely looking at it because he killed 70,000 people. Hiroshima and Nagasaki was just that. 80,000 people, 90,000 people died in an instance when that hydrogen bomb was dropped on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Okay? So, this pestilence now is upon the earth, and the Lord is making floods show up in places that haven't had floods of that magnitude ever. Okay? And then some. So, like I said, this pestilence and these types of things that's starting to spread around the world and coming in different forms, the Lord said that's the Lord's word. He said that's going to happen. So all these people want to know what the hell's going on. What the hell's going on is that the word of the Yahawah B'Shem Yahawashi is being fulfilled. And in the process, for the men that believe it and understand it, it says this. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times and strength of salvation. The fear of Yahawah is his treasure. We know what's coming down the pipe. So we know that this has to happen for the Lord to be on his way back, for him to send his son Yahawashi back. All this got to come down the pipe. So it's coming down the pipe. And then it's coming down the pipe while the world is moaning and groaning and talking about woe is me. We high-fiving each other and saying, yeah, let this shit happen. Hastening the day. So I hope that's uplifting to know that in all this destruction that the world is facing and saying, woe is me, the kingdom of heaven is coming, and we say, bring it. So with that, I want to send all praises, honor, and glory out to Yahawah B'Shem Yahawashi B'Hashem HaKadosh, to the apostles and elders of GMS out of New York, the elder bishops out of Connecticut, that apostle down in Texas. Again, I send double honors because they do rule well. Brethren around the world pushing the truth uncut, unfiltered, giving you good, bad, and the ugly, declaring war on it, breaking these prophecies down and showing the people the error of their ways and how they living is foul. Salutations. Hope for elect, hope that's edifying. Aquas. Few and true again, this listens to say and chair to keep doing so. For 2/3 Israelites, 17 other nations who are in the midst of this trouble, Jacob is going to get a whole lot worse. First group, Hardy Shalom. Second group, Abba Ball.